Hello, everyone. You're listening to Alternative Revelations with Linda Emanuel. And this is podcast number 88. And this is a very difficult podcast. I couldn't podcast Friday. I was too upset about what's going on in New York. My sister knows a nurse practitioner, is in the National Guard in Missouri. She was deployed to New York City, Queens. And she FaceTimed my sister, and she was white as a ghost, and she said she was in a room that normally holds about 60 people, and the room was gurney to gurney with 170 patients, all dying of suffocation. And then the nurse said there were bodies just stacked up in the hallway. And then I have another friend who's got good friends in Queens, and they're still alive, and they've been talking, and one of them is a hospital administrator. And yes, it is true, tractor trailers are backed up to hospitals, loading up bodies to be disposed of. I don't know what they're doing with them. So this is a person who has nothing to gain or lose by telling the truth. Both of these people, both of these eyewitness people. And this is the 5G being implemented in New York. Now what I'm getting at is this. Trump, whether you believe he's an imposter or not, signed into law a 5G bill while we were on lockdown and couldn't protest it. The 5G Secure Act, which calls for full implementation of the 5G all across America by October. And yes, if you listen to a previous podcast, October is the month Jordan Maxwell's talking about where we haven't seen anything yet, ever in our lives in the world. Yes, it is the creators telling me it is the implementation of 5G, the slow suffocation of the people in America especially. So, I have a solution. I've made up a flyer. I'm going to put it on my website. Very top. It's a PDF. You'll have to read it. It's a plea to your local police and military. Anybody you know, give it to the police, give it to the military. Give this handout to them, because the police and the military are the only ones that are going to be able to freely move around and stop this. Stop the 5G. They are our only hope. If you can mail it or email it to your police departments, to firemen, anything, try to get it out to the police who will be able to move around, because creators telling me lockdown next weekend total, we won't be able to leave our houses. It really won't matter if we have food for a year and a half, because once October comes, we won't have anywhere to go to hide from this. So, I don't like to be the bearer of this horrible news, but we have to get even if you put your own flyer together, it's okay, but you need to talk to your local police and your city administrators to not let the 5G be implemented in your city. The proof is out there what the 5G does. And it's happening, and I've been really upset all week, and I just can't even function because of all the poor souls in New York that are dying. At least, creators told me at least, as of Friday, over 500,000 people are dead in New York City. They're not even identifying the bodies. They're just loading these bodies up and disposing of them. They're erasing these people. It's just mind-boggling. So again, I'm going to put this PDF on my website. You can make up your own flyer. Look at it, sign your name to it. Tell the police that you'll be willing to talk to them. Learn about the 5G. Tell them what it does. They have families. They want to protect their families too. We have to get through to the police and the military to take action, to protect us, to stop this, because we aren't going to be able to leave our houses. We'll be stuck in the houses, and while we're in the houses locked down, they're laying the fiber optics across America to implement the 5G. So, this is a call to action. It's not like, oh, if it resonates with you, fine, so be it. This is a call to action. While we still have 1 week left of freedom, at least we can move around. But after next weekend, I think this is Easter, April 12th, we have 1 week to get the word out. And even if we are locked down, we can still email our police stations. We can maybe email friends, pass this around. I didn't put my name on the flyer. It's just open. But yes, she's the woman that's the nurse practitioner, eyewitness. And in all probability, she's going to be there 6 months. But it's just logical that she won't make it if she stays in Queens. And she has no choice. She was deployed there. She cannot move around. She cannot get out. She's stuck there. And she's got 4 children under the age of 12. And she doesn't really even know what she's witnessing, that the 5G is suffocating these people. But she is reporting it. She is reporting back on FaceTime that these people are suffocating and that they're on oxygen, but they're dying. So and she said it's a war zone in New York City. So this is a call to action. And we can pull this out. We have enough time. We have 6 months until full deployment. And by the way, I'm going to fill you in on who this Trump imposter is. If you're from Fayetteville, Arkansas, do you recognize this man? Creators told me he is from Fayetteville, Arkansas. So they assassinated one more president. But hold out. Creator, we're going to plan B. Make a pleading to your police and to your firemen, to your city hall. Convince them what the 5G does, that it's 60 gigahertz frequency, it's microwave, it causes the atoms to spin. You cannot breathe, you cannot get oxygen into your body, and you suffocate. A slow, horrible death. So until next time, good night and God bless.